Hey everybody, welcome to episode 15 of We Like to Podcast.
I think that's a respectable number.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it.
15 is good.
So good, in fact, that we're going to start upping things a little bit.
We're going to try.
We've decided that come the new year and all that stuff, once we're finally done school, we're going to try and kick it up a notch, but not in terms of getting more episodes out, because it's still really hard, but in terms of trying to publicize the show a little bit more.
We think that we've got enough of you guys. You guys are so good that we're going to try to talk to Nintendo and maybe get some kind of a sponsorship dealie going on.
Yeah, we've recently come in contact also with an individual who's been labeled a finagler.
The finagler.
Yeah, so just someone who's really good at talking to people and getting his way. And we're going to see if we can get him to help us out as well.
What we do need, though, is you guys helping us out. As always, because you guys always come through for us, we're going to start trying to email Nintendo, maybe try to get them on the phone. If you guys want to start talking on other people's forums about us, or maybe sending a couple emails to Nintendo yourselves, just saying, hey, check these guys out, we're watching them, and we like the Wii because of them, or something, that'd be good for us.
Yeah, it'd be great for us, and if you know, when things get better for us, things will get better for you too.
Yes, more often episodes, better quality episodes. Who knows what Nintendo's willing to kick our way?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, maybe we'll be on some commercials.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
All right, so that's what we're hoping for the future, right. But we can't do it without you guys.
No, but for the time being, we're really busy in school. But we're going to try to do our best we can, as always, and we thank you guys so much for sticking with us.
Yeah, seriously. This is the heartfelt beginning of episode 15. So on to the news.
Yes.
Going to kick things off in our week in review with a story about Nintendo's PR. Apparently, an internal PR person stated when asked that Nintendo will not only they're going to keep the friend code system, but not only that, in their the studies that they've conducted, people actually like the friend code system. So I don't know who they're talking to, or if they've actually even talked to somebody about that, but no.
Maybe it's the same people who don't want a wireless microphone.
Yeah, could be those people, because also apparently that particular PR person is saying that there's no external hard drive system planned or even talked about at Nintendo whatsoever. And my opinion is that this is just some person who was just said, okay, look, just tell them this, and then we're gonna rebut on it later. We're gonna take that back later on once we actually have something planned. But for now, we're just gonna say that apparently people like it. So,
you know what? No, it's not awful. It's not what we really want. I mean, the friends code, but it's not really that awful. I mean, it's just a little bit more of a hassle.
Yeah, but once we do start getting a lot more online games, the fact that every game has a different code that you're going to have to talk to your friends about, it does get to be a pain.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. But as far as the hard drive goes, from the Dig article that we got this from, the person had a really good idea. For now, at least, Nintendo could really do... if you delete one of your old games that you've downloaded from Virtual Console, you can just download it again for free. But he said, why don't you just do it automatically?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you haven't done it for a long time and you go to download something, Nintendo should say, well, he hasn't played this game for a really long time. Let's get rid of that and put this one on. And then 2 months down the line, you want to play that game again, it should stay on your Virtual Console and it should just automatically download the next time you want to play it.
It just makes the most sense. I mean, the system automatically allocating space when it needs it.
Well, I mean, if we're not going to get some more space for the system, I think this is something that could do something for now.
Yeah, it's a good run-of-the-mill solution for the time being.
Right.
Anyway, that's what Nintendo had to say about that.
Right. Okay, so rumors, because we love our rumors.
I love rumors.
So apparently House of the Dead 2 and 3 are rumored to be coming out in a compilation disc. And what this really is about is the Zapper. The Zapper's coming out, and it's...
A couple of days, yeah.
A couple of days. People are excited about it, and third parties are starting to say, hey, maybe we should get involved in this too.
Mm-hmm.
So I still think it looks dumb. I obviously haven't played it yet, but I don't know. I'm still not sure.
Yeah, I love arcade Zappers games.
Mm-hmm.
bottom line, I love them. So I'm hoping that this, brings that back to the console, because I remember back in the day in the SNES playing with Lethal Enforcers and stuff. I mean, waited for that to come out on a home console, and I love those games. So
yeah, they're always fun. I mean, even like Duck Hunt and stuff, Zappers are fun.
They are.
And the Wii's got the perfect controller for it.
Serious? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Looks like in the next update, either that just came or will be coming, that Nintendo's going to be dropping MP3 support in the photo channel. So if you watch that We Teach You that I did a long time ago about playing MP3s on your Wii, the method where you go into your photo channel and just load them off your SD card is going to be not so doable anymore, because they're stripping MP3 support, but they are including AAC support. AAC is another compression codec that's used primarily right now in iTunes. The songs that you download off of iTunes are in AAC format. It's just a different kind of compression format that's similar to MP3, but it isn't MP3. So those people that have extensive collections of music and like to play them on their Wii, sorry, you gotta either convert your stuff over or go with the Orb streaming media stuff, because it's just not gonna work anymore.
Yeah, seems almost like, to me anyway, that sounds like Nintendo's trying to say, you know what, let's try to legitimize something. Because if it's gonna be something that's off of iTunes, maybe they're gonna try to make people go through iTunes.
Well, that's the thing though, is that you actually can't play it, anything you download off of iTunes, on anything other than iTunes or an iPod. That's the whole point of the DRM. Right. So you can't play it in your Wii.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. That's the strange thing.
That doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Who knows? It's, not really the best thing. I don't know why they would do that, but whatever.
Guitar Hero 3. Big oops.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Activision's a little embarrassed. It's mono. Mono sound for Guitar Hero 3. That's bogus.
Yeah.
But really, they announced it. It's been leaked out. People are a little upset. I don't think anyone's really all that upset. I haven't seen anyone like, I'm never gonna buy Activision again or anything like that. But it is kind of silly. And I can see why Activision's embarrassed, and we really don't know what they're gonna do about it.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know exactly what mono is, it's basically when you have sound coming out of, like, on a normal TV, you have a left and right speaker, and when you're playing mono sound, the same sound is coming out of both speakers at the same time. Whereas if you're playing with stereo, you can have different sounds coming out of different speakers. So that was the big problem.
Right. Especially people who have like great sound systems, like surround sound, Dolby 5.1, 7.1, who knows?
Yeah, the whole ProLogic thing doesn't work with mono.
Just mono.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame, considering the game's all about music.
Yeah. Still fun, though. I have fun.
Definitely. So, Super Mario Galaxy. Awesome game, which we'll get into later. But Nintendo has actually added what people like to call a cooperative mode, but it's not exactly cooperative mode. It's almost like don't let your friend who's watching you play get bored mode. From what I've seen, but also a lot of people on the internet are saying that it's also a nice way for parents to collaborate with their young kids who are playing the game. So what it is basically is, if you're playing Galaxy, the primary person's controlling Mario, but the secondary person using their Wii remote can help Mario by collecting star bits, helping him get coins, and also taking care of enemies by shooting star bits at them. So it's kind of a cooperative mode, but a lot of people are saying that they're letting their kids play the actual game, and then they can kind of coach them as well as help Mario out while going through the game. So it's just kind of a neat thing that they're starting to get two-player cooperative stuff going on.
I think, you know what? For a game that's primarily a single-player game, it is a really neat way of getting someone else involved.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes a certain game, like, say, Knights of the Old Republic, that was a fun game to watch because it was a movie.
Yeah.
But something like the first-person Mario game, sitting there and watching someone else play, you're just waiting for your turn. I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah, definitely. Kudos to Nintendo for just adding a little bit. I think it's kind of same kind of thing with EA changing up their control scheme for making things a little simpler. A lot of that kind of stuff is going around now, and I think it's a good thing.
Why not? If you guys haven't already downloaded it, we have a new channel. Check me out. We actually haven't checked it out
Neither
yet.
of us have actually tried it yet.
We're both so busy, but, you know, if you guys have played it and played around with it and found some things out. You think it's good? You think it's bad? Let us know.
I actually have a really stupid reason why I haven't tried it.
Why?
Way back when my Wii just broke because of the system update problem, I didn't make a new Mii. I copied my Mii, and so because I had copied the Mii from my old Wii to my new Wii, it doesn't think I'm the owner of that Mii. So I can't actually use that channel with a Mii that's not mine, and it won't let me. And so now I have to go and recreate my Mii. But when I do that, I'm going to lose all my Wii Sports scores. I'm going to lose everything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to use the channel for now.
You know what, though? That's just a really good excuse to play a lot more Wii Sports.
This is true.
You know, I would go with it. I would just go for it.
Just erase my Mii and start over again?
Yes.
All right. You know what? I'll do that as soon as school's done.
I'm there. I'll help you.
All right, thanks.
By beating you senseless.
In tennis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to be beaten senseless in real life.
No, well, yeah.
Not again.
No. That was a one-time thing.
Okay, good.
All right.
Oh, hey, that's my story. My cue. I was talking. So, Smash Brothers news. A bunch of little updates that we've gotten. The first one is that it's actually pretty huge, is you can actually make your own stages in this, which is really neat. They've got a stage builder, and so you can actually like pick elements from all, like they're going to give you a huge database of stuff. You can create your own stages. You can use your own stages, but not only that, when people join your online games, they're going to automatically get your stage. But also you can send your stage to other people as well. So I mean, they're incorporating massive amounts of online elements into this game, which is really huge.
It's it's for a game that they keep pushing it back and pushing it back. At least they're telling us they're doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
More things going on. There is a spectator mode, which again, going along with, we were talking about Mario earlier, and you can play around a little bit. With a spectator mode, you can bet even on who you think the winner's going to be. So, other little things incorporated, and something very similar, I think, along to that. Recordable brawls. So you can record a pretty sweet fight and play it again. This is one of my favorite things way back in the day, the old Genesis NHL games. Being able to go and watch a play over again, that was really cool. So it's something that they're reaching back from the past and bringing up to us now.
And then you can send your recorded brawl to your
Exactly.
friend.
You can be like, you're never going to believe what I just did. And they're going to say, of course they don't believe you. That's ridiculous. And you can be like, look.
Yeah.
See it.
Believe
it.
Nice. I guess this takes us up out of our news. Yeah, so both Ben and I have games that we both bought.
New ones,
new happy games. So we're gonna do some quick reviews. I'm gonna do my review for Super Mario Galaxy, which, if you haven't noticed, has taken over as the highest rated game on Metacritic and pretty much everywhere online. It's beaten out Ocarina of Time as the highest rated game, period. And it's justifiable because the game is simply awesome. As soon as I popped it in and started playing it, you just get this smile on your face because they innovate so much and so heavily. Let's go over some of the basics. The Wii Remote is used very seldomly for movement, but it's primarily used for gathering what are called star bits, and also doing things like you shake your remote to make Mario spin, that kind of stuff. The basic quest is the exact same in terms of objective as it is to Mario 64 on the N64, which is you basically have to go onto these levels, get your stars, and then get your massive stars, and the more stars you collect, the more galaxies you open, and when you open up the appropriate galaxies, you can fight your bosses, and then eventually you're going to be fighting Bowser, which is very almost identical to how the game plays in Mario 64, which is why a lot of people are calling this the successor to that. And but it doesn't fail. It innovates in so many ways with the new galaxy and the gravity engine that they're using. So basically, if you're on this little sphere, you can do a super jump and travel almost all the way around the sphere because every little bit has gravity associated with it. It can get a little disorienting when you're first starting, but you get used to it, and once you do and you get a hang of the controls, it's just a simply phenomenal game. I'm maybe 7-8 hours into it. Unfortunately, I can't give you more than that, just because we've been so busy. But already, I'm so happy that I purchased this game, and I think that everybody has to try it. Go to your friend's house that's bought it and play it, and I guarantee you're gonna end up buying it yourself.
I'm gonna try it.
He's gonna
soon
tonight.
Yes.
after this
exciting.
podcast.
I'm really like I got goosebumps. I'm excited. Like,
I'm excited to try the 2-player thing because we talked about it, but we haven't actually tried it yet.
So we're gonna do that.
We are. Thumbs up for me.
Good.
It's a solid buy.
Well, you know, for a game that like Super Mario 64 was and pretty much is the definable 3D game.
Oh, totally.
Like everything is based off of it, and so few games actually match how good that game played.
Yeah, like around the time that game came out, what did we have? Like Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
It's like, 3D move around, but come on, you can't beat Mario 64 for how it plays.
So for something that's like a successor and is successful, that's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, because everybody was a little bit ashamed with Sunshine. Yeah. Mario Sunshine just wasn't up to par.
But I'm going to tell you guys something. I got a game that I wasn't going to get, and I'm really happy with, and that's Guitar Hero. I actually bought it. I spent the money that I don't have, but I got it and I played it, and it is as fun as everyone always says it is. I can see why people are addicted to it. I'm awful. I'm horrible. I beat it on easy. I'm really good on easy. I'm really bad on medium. So I've got a long way to go. I've got people that are just waiting to battle me. I know they are. They keep telling me all the time, send me your friend code. I want to play you. And I'm a little too embarrassed yet for that because I know they're going to smoke me. But I'm working on it a little bit. I'm going to get much better once school's done. I guarantee you that. But good songs. A couple I was really surprised about. They've got some Eric Johnson, who a lot of people I'm sure don't know who that is. Cliffs of Dover is the song that they have. He's an amazing guitarist, and when I found that they actually had that song, I called my brother and played it over my cell phone to him because he's a big musician. He couldn't believe that it had it. So
very cool. Good for
really excited. There's some cool things on it. There's a co-op mode, which this guy hasn't bought the game.
You can't find it.
Because you can't find it. But I'm really excited to try the co-op mode. I haven't done online, again, because I'm a little embarrassed. But I do know some people who do play it online. And they said the number one problem right now with online is they can't find people to battle. They say they go on and sometimes there's just no one there. Which, again, I'm thinking is because you can't find the game. It's sold out. So
yeah, I've consistently, daily, called up tons of places asking when you're going to get it. Can you hold it? Just give me something. Yeah. And nobody has any news. It's either they're in short supply or this is what they're going to make a mad rush for Christmas. Who knows?
Either way, if you actually have the money, it's really cool. Other than the mono sound, big whoop, it's still a lot of fun. The way the Wii Remote fits into the controller is really smooth. The little arrow thingy, the little motion mover. Come on, help me out here.
The analog
stick. Thank you. It's a little bit to get used to, but I mean, it makes sense. Having the sound in it's awesome. You can feel the rumble. It's really cool. It's fun. Yeah.
Solid buy.
Go for it.
If you got the money, and especially if you haven't played Guitar Hero,
right?
It's a great one to pick up. From people that I've heard that are like Guitar Hero masters are saying that it's good, but it's a lot of the same. But especially for us,
this is the first one I own.
Yeah, and it's the first one I will own when I get it. But
the one thing I'm really hoping for is that when Nintendo has said that they're going to start releasing more things on the Virtual Console, I'm hoping you're going to be able to start buying more songs.
Yeah,
that's one thing that I'm really hoping for. If they don't come through with that, the game might actually suck. Because there's a lot of extra songs on there, and some of them are really good. But, I mean, once you start getting really good at those songs, where are you going to go? The game's going to be over. So I'm really hoping they're going to do that.
Yeah, because the Xbox version has that, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people end up picking that over if they have both systems, because they both have their pros and cons, but that's kind of the clincher for them.
Right.
All right, so we got another surprise review, but it's not a game. It is a product.
Yes.
Because way back when, this guy did the Nico charging stations, how are they going for you?
They are amazing still. I really like it.
I got to go buy them.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's really worth it. The back cover is still nice and clean. It's not gunky or anything. It charges up quickly, lasts a long time. I haven't had any problems with it. I like it.
Awesome. So today's review is actually going to be on wireless sensor bars. There was recently an event that came up, which I'll talk about later, where I needed to buy a wireless sensor bar. And you know what? I use it as an opportunity. I'm like, there's a bunch of them on the market. Let's try them out, see how they are. They all suck.
It was pretty pathetic. I was here for the trial runs.
Yeah, so
And,
we tried 3 of them. One by Intech, one by a company called Icon, and one by a company called ASID. All of them are just absolutely pathetic.
They're horrible.
They ranged in the price. The Icon was the cheapest. It was $20. Then there was 25, and then there was 30. And the 30 was the Intech, which is a well-known brand that makes a lot of gaming products. And so the reason why I say they all suck is because if you've ever checked out or under the hood of your Nintendo wireless sensor, your Nintendo sensor bar, there's 5 infrared LEDs on each side for a total of 10 infrared LEDs that make up for
Wait a minute. 5 and 5 is 10?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it wild?
Okay, that makes so much more sense now. Man, I'm sorry, math teacher.
All right. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, I had to.
All right. There's 10 LEDs on the sensor bar.
Right, which is awesome.
Which is awesome. That's why it's so accurate. Each of these, every single one, even the $30 one, had 2, one on each side. The range that we got from if you're standing directly in front of your Wii, yeah, you can get really good range going back.
Yeah.
But if you try to move to the side at all, we're talking like 20 degrees max.
Maybe.
You go off to the side a little bit, your hand disappears off the screen. They were absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
And so at this point, if you come across an Intech, Icon, or ASID wireless sensor bar, do not spend your money.
No.
However, it's just recently come to my attention that Nico, the same company that made his wireless charging station,
I like them,
also makes a wireless sensor bar that apparently has, if my count is correct, at least 6 LEDs, 3 on each side, which will guarantee you a lot better accuracy. People online are saying that the Nico ones are good. The only downfall with having more LEDs is that it does take 4 AA batteries, but it also does, you're going to be using it. They say the 4 batteries will give you 30 hours, and because a lot of people have issues with forgetting to turn them off because it is wireless, it's because the normal ones with the Wii it's powered, is that it has an optional mode where you can set a timer for 1 hour or 2 hours where it'll automatically shut off. So really nice product. From what people say, I haven't tried it out yet. If I do get a chance, I saw it at EB Games, I might pick one up. And
it's not that much more expensive.
No, it was only ranged about $25 from what I recall, which is cheaper than the highest priced one.
Which was awful.
But so I'm going to give the Nico one a try. But if you do have a choice between all 4 of these, go for the Nico. Don't go for anything else. It's just garbage.
4 batteries over 2 for the amount of quality it's probably going to give you, because 1 LED is just not cutting it.
Not at all. Yeah. So, but this, as I mentioned in the forums, if you do happen to go in the forums, I have an idea for a new Wii Teach U, because a lot of people are saying, when are we going to get a new Wii Teach U? Well, my idea is, and this is going to happen over the Christmas break, I'm going to build a wireless sensor bar, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to see how well it performs.
Right. So maybe if we can get our hands on an Eco by then, we'll match them up against
each other. So that's my idea for the Wii Teach U. Let me know what you think on the forum. I'm going to post about it on there, but that's my idea for the next one, because nobody else has suggested anything right now, and there's not really much I can do. So that's my idea.
Right. It's a big one, too.
Yeah.
Like, that could probably span a couple of episodes.
Yeah, good.
It's huge. That's a big job.
Well, yeah, you got to actually buy the parts and solder it onto a board and, hook it up.
Right. So tell me about your event.
Oh, yeah. So the company that I work for, Children First, which is a nonprofit organization, recently had a big charity event. And the biggest ticket item, it was a silent and a live auction, but the biggest ticket item was a Wii. The lady who setting up the whole thing, she's a friend of mine, and she just bought one for her kids, and she knew, everybody knows it's the biggest holiday thing this season. It was last year, and it is again this year. The hottest item is the Wii. And so we set up an entire station for people to come, and we're talking, these are all primarily elderly to just older couples, 30 plus kind of thing, because it's $100 a plate dinner. It's a big event. And we had a station that I was in charge of for people to just come out and try the Wii, and it was a huge hit, absolutely massive hit. Everybody loved it, and the live auction price that the Wii went for, the Wii retails for $270 in Canada. It went for $650. They had Xbox 360 in the auction as well, and that only went for $375. It didn't even go for retail, and the Wii went for 650 bones.
Yeah.
Biggest live auction item that they had.
That's awesome.
So it was an awesome event, and everybody loved the Wii. Even the two drunk guys at the very end who were they were blitzed out of their
I am not
mind.
one of those guys. Don't even think it. I'm not.
Yeah. Anyway, it was an awesome event, and everybody had a lot of fun. And the Wii was the star of the evening.
Yes. How about you were telling me earlier about the distance?
Oh yeah, massive hall. We're talking like maybe what, like 200-300 feet?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've got pictures. I'll try and put them up. I was playing bowling from all the way across from one end of the hall to the other. It was awesome. It was on a big screen. They had it projected up, and the sound was there, and everything. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome event.
I just got a couple things I want to say about this holiday season.
Okay.
I know that you have something to say too. I just want to say, lately, and we talked about it in our last podcast, there are so many games coming out for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Just the third-party support is huge right now. And I really think that's what's going to be the clincher with the Wii in the long run. That's what killed the Cube, I think.
Oh, it totally
The
did.
GameCube was an awesome little system, but it didn't have third-party games coming out. The PS2 had every piece of crap game coming out for it. And you know what? It had some good ones and some bad ones, but there was choice.
Yeah, exactly. You go in and you see the shelf is just filled with games.
Right. So now Nintendo, the Wii, it's getting all these new games too. So I think that's really what's going to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they just announced that new Ghostbusters game. Did you see about that?
I did. I'm excited.
It looks cool.
I love Ghostbusters.
But and it's one of those.
Who are you going to call, Evan?
Well, obviously.
Who are you going to call?
You.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just another one of those games. It's multi-platform, but everybody's including the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to see the little Wii icon in all those games because anything that that company's making for multi-platform, it's definitely going on the Wii.
Especially when, like, for example, the new Star Wars game coming out, how it's got a special Wii edition. I mean, there's a lot of that coming out too. Because sure, yeah, it doesn't have the graphics, but it's got so much more playability that people want to explore that.
Yeah, the only bad part about this holiday season, and Reggie himself has stated it, is that demand is too high and production is too low.
Yeah.
So it's too hard to find systems. And even this holiday season, it's going to be they sell out immediately because there's just no stock. Right now, two ladies at my workplace were trying to get them for their kids, and they had to keep calling and waiting their hours before the store even opened just to get the system. They finally did. It took them a lot of work.
Right.
So it's going to be an interesting holiday season. And the sad thing is, and this is a really sad thing, is a lot of people are thinking that the other systems are going to get a boost in sales just because there's nobody can find
You know
a
what?
Wii.
I can see that. I can definitely see that happening. I would be really frustrated. I mean, we camped out for ours.
Yeah, overnight.
So, I mean, that's how we got it. But, you know, I can definitely see a parent saying, look, I'm not getting this. I don't care. I'll go with a more expensive system because it's here. I can get it.
Yeah, they'll dust off those PS3s and just, they'll sell them. Hey.
Let's do it.
All right, let us do it. This podcast's been going on. Let's just quickly and efficiently bash the PS3. I got a good one.
Okay, go.
I missed it last week, and that is the new 40 gig PS3 model that's retailing for $399. It's low price. It plays Blu-ray. It plays PS3 games. It does not play PS2 games. Yes, in order to reduce the price, they had to get rid of their Emotion Engine, which is the big chip that allows for PS2 backwards compatibility. So if you buy that brand new 40 gig PS3, you're not going to be able to play any PS2
Yeah, you
games.
better buy another PS2 as well.
Yeah, which is still selling like hotcakes.
It is. I mean, it's for the little mini thin ones. If I had some cash,
it just came out in Japan.
If I had some cash, I might go for one, but I just don't have the cash and I don't have the time.
So I mean that it just seems extremely sad where you don't have that many A-class titles on your new system, and you're banking on a lot of people playing their old titles or being able to play a library of PS2 titles, but it's just not going to do it anymore. That's cutting off another leg.
And you know what? That leads me into my bash the PS3. Okay, do you know how much money they've lost so far?
A lot.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
$1 billion.
Billion.
$1 billion. That's one and a lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros.
I don't know how a company can stay in business.
It's Sony.
I know, but like, how many people have $1 billion to lose? on a video game system.
It's yeah.
That's if that were me, I would start trimming some fat. I would.
Yeah, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper, and it is getting boosted sales because
It
of
is,
it.
yeah.
But come on.
I mean, that's one of the best things when the Xbox came out, and then what I'm talking about, the PS2 came out for the first time. That was the coolest thing, is that you could play PS1 games.
Yeah.
Like, you had all these great games that you loved. You didn't have to buy a new system and keep your old system. Whatever, you got one. That's good.
Yeah, and you just can't do it.
And then the 360 has some games. That's what I was thinking in the first place. The 360 has some games that you can do backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're not going to have any for the PS3.
None whatsoever.
Anyway.
So this was a long one, but it was well overdue.
Really, I hope you guys don't mind the long one, but we felt like we owed you guys.
Yes,
so
seriously. Anyway, I'm Marvin.
I'm Ben.
Thanks for watching. We Like to Podcast.